The Bold and the Beautiful, show 5542, VTR 219, 2009.
Thank you for meeting me.
Well, thank you for asking me. Meeting for brunch always feels so civilized. I don't know, did I seem that fragile yesterday that you felt like you needed to check up on me?
Would that be so horrible?
Or maybe now that your mother's moved in with me, you might be thinking Brooke could end up in the Bermuda Triangle somewhere.
I think you'll be great for Mother. She needs family right now.
I think it'll be good for both of us.
I had a feeling you'd feel that way. Come on in.
Hey. Thomas? Thomas?
Hey, Mom.
Yes, of course, I understand your position, but there's a solution being worked on that's going to require patience from everyone.
Mickey will be done in a minute.
Yes.
Jackie, would you get me a coffee, Black?
Aware of that.
Well, I would, but I don't think hell's quite frozen over yet.
And here, just as yours is.
I'm here, calmly negotiating a deal with you and your son.
For me and my son.
Rare catfight alert.
Clark, what are you doing?
Stephanie's in there.
And either they are going to sign her here and now, or they're going to kill each other.
Oh my God, could you two possibly be more childish? Where's my big bag? We're gonna do it right.
Yeah. I'm aware of that, Mr. Williams. I promise you this will all be addressed.
Dave Williams, First LA Bank. Nick, do you want me to talk to him?
Mr. Williams, I'm so sorry. I need to get back to you. You're connected to Mr. Williams.
Well, I know everybody. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, isn't that why I'm here?
What can you do?
Well, I can do all sorts of things for 50% of the business. I don't know why you're balking at this.
Well, like you said, Stephanie, who wants 50% of nothing? And why would we give you half of this company when we're not assured that you can actually produce?
Let's see. We could stipulate that if sales don't double in 18 months, my percentage of ownership returns to you. You can't lose that.
You know, I might have a better idea here. Look at this, Stephanie. These are charted profits for the last 8 quarters.
These are the profits. How'd you keep the door open?
Here's the deal. If you produce and profits go up to, say, let's say here, you get 8% of the company plus your salary.
I don't want a salary. I don't need a salary. 12%. And if the sales double,
If the sales double, we'll make it at this number.
ownership points.
Mickey, are we giving away the farm?
Capped at 50% of the company. You see, Stephanie, I believe in you. She will too.
Speak now or be ignored later when you're older and even more bitter. This all has to be based on gross, otherwise you could cook the books on me.
That's doable.
Well, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think we have a deal.
What's going on?
Oh, just we're happy.
Just happy.
Everybody's everybody's happy.
Very happy.
We're happy.
Brooke, you better have a broken leg.
Oh, come to my circuit training class. It's the best.
Oh, I totally forgot.
What kind of international school of sadism and bad manners did that instructor go to?
For health reasons, do not get your sweat on the floor.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really don't know where my head is.
Why? What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, nothing should be wrong. Rich and I are newlyweds, and our kids are getting married. We should be happy. But this is about Rick, isn't it?
So how long can you stay?
Oh, we have to fly back this afternoon. I have to get back to meetings and appointments.
Love you so much. How's it going? Is everything okay?
Yeah, the clinic's nice. It's this old hacienda up in the hills, about 20 patients. Whether it's going well, you'll have to ask Dr. Warwick.
Do I hear the sound of someone ducking a question?
I'm a lot more aware now than I was of how enraged I was getting, watching Rick pick off the women in my family one by one.
Sweetheart, you were defending my honor. I was the one who was all caught up in these feelings, and
Let's not blame ourselves. Let's blame Rick.
Now I'm in the position you were in. My wife and my daughter can't see what a manipulator he is, and all I can do is stand by and watch. Or so Rick thinks.
Pigs in a blanket. That's how we celebrate around here. It's a tradition.
Hey, Clark, I looked in your desk, quote unquote, but all I found was this Irish whiskey.
Oh, that's another tradition. Use the paper cups.
Maybe that explains your productivity. Where did my mother go?
I guess she doesn't want to celebrate our shotgun marriage.
Well, if you make a solvent, she will. Well, at least these smell good.
Okay, so I'm not gonna have any of this stuff at this hour, but...
Oh, spoil sport. Come on.
Thank you.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good, cheap stuff. Thank you, Clark. Listen, I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about this concept from now on. Okay, if Jackie M is no longer going to have a signature style, and we're going to concentrate on finding young, hot designers.
Young and hot is a signature.
Well, I guess you're right. I'm hoping that we'll find, besides Bridget, some Jason Wu types.
Oh, he's great. I think Owen would be great at sniffing out up-and-coming designers. Where'd he go?
May I come in?
Yes.
So how were the festivities?
I didn't stick around.
Perhaps we should rename the company Jackie M. Embarrassment.
You've been avoiding me.
No.
Yes, since I kissed you.
No, I haven't. Things have just been really crazy.
Look, if I offended you, then
Oh, please. I'm not that girlish.
So you're gonna fire me?
Why would you ask that?
Because you're not really giving me much to go on here.
You know, look, there are ways of dealing with things, and one of them is not to deal with things. It happened. Life goes on. We move on.
Is that what you want?
So was this supposed to be some kind of olive branch from Rick getting married where you and Ridge did?
Exactly. But Ridge saw red. To him, it was a way for Rick to violate the place that was so sacred to us.
I'm sure it all goes back to Phoebe.
It's really very complicated. Rick is in love with Steffi, and I love my husband. But the weight of losing a child, it just affects everything. And everyone hurts.
I'm surprised Brooke hasn't intervened in what sounds like extreme behavior from her son. Rick's her flesh and blood. Seems to make it easy to excuse almost anything.
Don't do that with me. I mean it. I know that what I did to try to scare Rick off was wrong. But let me say now what I was trying to say then, but didn't know how. Don't let him succeed. Don't give up and tell yourself, well, he has Steffi, we can't do anything, we can't stop him. Help her see that love is not what Rick is all about.
Thomas, I promise you this. Your mother and I are going to do anything and everything to protect Steffi from Rick.
So, what do you see happening between us, Owen?
I don't know.
Well, there's really no point then, is there?
I'd like to see you with your clothes off.
Oh, a fling then. A nice sexual romp.
I don't see any reason why we have to decide in advance.
Well, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be the one that people would be snickering about if they saw us out together spoon-feeding each other's creme brulee in a romantic restaurant.
I don't really have the money for a romantic restaurant, to be honest with you.
I think it's time you decided. Do you want a raise or a tumble?
I'd rather stay in. There's no risk of people snickering if they don't know anything.
Something secret, then?
Something private.
Hmm.
That is, unless you feel it'd be too difficult.
Difficult? How?
Well, I'd rather not lose my job if I didn't have to.
Let me tell you something about me, Owen. I have had more drama in my life than 50 people, you know, all rolled into one. So yes, I'm all in favor of keeping things private and secret. But I'm not going to lose any sleep about what the press might find out about me again.
Okay.
To fire you, I would have to feel cornered by you. Now, you do have the power to dazzle me. But to corner me?
So, you could take me or leave me?
I didn't say that.
I keep expecting to see her walk through that door any moment.
What are the Islas Carnias?
I believe those are Canary Islands.
Then that must be where she is right now, because I got a postcard from her in February.
Oh, I only got one at Christmas.
Let's see, here it is. Dear Bucky, I'm surrounded by swarthy Spanish men. It's paradise. Home to failures from all over the world. You'd love it. Kisses, Sal. Oh, P.S. I'm at Casa Linda if you needed bail money. She still worries about me.
I see that. Sweet. You know, this business is more of a family than the one my family threw me out of.
Thomas is right. He's absolutely right.
You cannot let this marriage happen.
I know, but what can we do we haven't already done? And every minute, this wedding gets closer and closer.
Well, Brooke needs to be more active in helping us solve this problem. That's all there is to it.
But it's so obvious that he's hurting you. He's trying to hurt both of us. Why can't she see that? And of course, she doesn't hear the way he talks to you.
No, he's very careful about making sure that doesn't happen. But could it be possible?
I'm not following you.
Steffi needs to hear how he talks to me. Who says it has to be in person?
There are a lot of women my age who can look back on very happy marriages, loving homes, full of laughter. I'm not one of them. Unlucky in love doesn't even begin to cover it.
We've all been lonely. Maybe our luck has changed.
You could be a schemer. You could be after my money, just wanting to climb the corporate ladder.
Now, is that what you think?
No. And I might not care if you were, because the real danger here is to you. You know you're very attractive. And your youth is part of it. But what you don't know yet is that your life isn't going to turn out as you want it to.
I'm not naive, Jackie. I may surprise you.
No, that I guarantee. And I'll tell you why. Because I expect nothing. I refuse to want you badly. I may sleep with you, but I won't agonize over you. And if you want to see me with my clothes off, yours are gonna have to come off first.
You never liked me, did you?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily cross the street if I saw you coming.
You know they're going to do whatever you say.
They should.
So are you going to fire me? Look, I'm not 25. I'm not the next hot thing anymore. Okay, I design and create clothes for people who can't afford designer originals, but it reminds them of them. What I'm saying is, what I do here, I really can't do anywhere else.
I see.
So, you want me to date you to make Eric jealous?
No. But I adore you for asking. Thank you, Clark.
We have a contract. Bridget? Stephanie, I need you to sign 3 different pages, an initial below each signature. Legal says that we need 2 witnesses. Clark, you're not planning on going anywhere, are you?
I don't know. Am I?
We need a keeper of the flame.
And do we have the unknown soldier here?
Well, what we need is someone with a memory who can recall what this design house was when it was Spectra and before you bought the label. Somebody, I guess, who can keep an eye on the hot young designers that we're going to hire, who will realize if they're repeating and copying one another. And someone, if we are in business long enough together, will realize if we're copying our own style. Somebody for continuity.
So in other words, I can't fire Clark.
Right.
Does that mean I get a promotion?
No.
Keeper of the flame, does that go on my door?
No.
Should I just go ahead and pour the whiskey?
Yes.
I should be going. First, there's a conversation I need to have with my wife.
There was something I had wanted to say to you, but I just didn't quite know how to get into it. But, you know, I have wasted a lot of energy doing a lot of foolish things, trying to search for a way to get my life together and be happy again and have meaning in my life. And yet at the same time, I've known that I'm only setting myself up for disappointment, because the fact is that I know that the happiest part of my life has already passed. And that was when I had my life with you and our children. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted it, that that was it for me. You were it. You were all I ever wanted, and I'm okay with whatever ends up happening. If things don't work out for you and Brooke, and if you reach an impasse, I just want you to know you're not alone, and I'm here for you. You've always been right here in my heart. I just want you to know you can come to me. That'll never change.